just to see if this is working. Okay, this is test to go live. Should be working. Okay. Do you guys see anything? I don't see any video up there. Let's just see if it pulls up. Thank you. All right. Do you guys see? I don't see anything there. There we go. Okay, so we're in. Do you guys see me? Look, I have a new microphone here for you guys, okay? I pulled out the big guns for you, okay? But I didn't set it up because it was too hard. Everything at this last minute for live was very tough to get in good order for you guys. All right, so I'm just waiting. We have till 2:50 till I start, okay? 2:50. All right, so that's 2 minutes, okay? Can everyone see my chat here? My chat and uh, and again, does my sound good? Because if so, let me give you some better lighting. And let me just make sure everything is working on my end. Okay, I'll give you uh, this Cornerstone to look at. We're getting a little bounce into the close, okay? I wanted to buy that bottom there, but I already added this morning. I'm telling you guys, I just nibbled a little bit this morning, but that's not what this video is about, okay? This video is about beating Warren Buffett's portfolio, and if you have questions on how I'm dealing with today, I'll address it at the end of the session, okay? We'll do a Q&A at the end. Okay, so, all right, let's make sure everyone's in, and so if no one has any objections, okay, then I'm gonna start in 1 minute, okay? Can I see? Man, can't. There's always something. It's hard to see here. Okay, there we go. Now I can see the live streaming. Oh, okay, we got. All right. Hey Ben, good. Mike, hey, finally I get to see you guys. Positively positive. Okay. All right. Oh man, it was like, man, I was flying in the dark without you guys there. I did not know where I was, what was happening. Okay, I could see. Look, guys, my stream, I upload it. There's a stream coming, and then I play it, and then there's nothing showing on my computer. All right, it was very difficult. Okay, this is gonna get better. I promise. I'm gonna get much better at this, and you're gonna like this new format. I promise. It's the same way I always do videos. Okay, it's just live. Okay, now you can see the market. And it's real time form. So I showed you my Cornerstone charts there. I don't want to. Okay, you can see that we're bottoming there. Okay, you can kind of see that little bottom. Uh, just to give you something to look at until we start this video. Okay, guys. Perfect. Show can't be showing these things, certain things. I gotta keep certain footage on my screen, and I gotta keep everything separate for you guys. Okay, so gosh, trying to pull up the live chat over here. Okay, this is not what you're supposed to be pulling up on that screen. So uh, they say no, this is like the wrong chat over here. Anyway, you guys can see me? Okay, I'm gonna go off of this other screen. So I'm gonna go ahead and begin. Okay, guys. All right. Man, I promise it's not as easy as it looks. Okay, doing this. Okay, I wish I could see my chat. I'm gonna have to look at you through here. IMW went down today. Yes, it did, Adriano. Yes, it did. Uh, yes, and I want to buy some IWMY, believe me, and rebalance that. Do I have another two windows up here? Possibly, but I can't. Okay, all right, now we're good. Okay, now I can see your comments over here. Okay, so we'll start the video. Okay, guys. All right. So today we're going to discuss how my portfolio is beating Warren Buffett's portfolio using Yieldmax, Cornerstone, and Defiance funds. Okay. I'm going to be doing a combination of public and private videos so that I accommodate everyone. Okay. I love all of you guys. All right. You guys are like my extended family. All right. So I'll never leave you hanging. Okay. Um, yeah, I'm going to be buying a little bit. Adriana, just a little bit, just nibbling. Um, Discord members, you're still gonna get my streams, okay? I'll just upload that in my portfolio recap section at a later date than these live streams, but you'll get those weekly. And YouTube subscribers will still get my videos, okay? Yes, same here, Richard. Glad to see you. Um, so I'm not going anywhere, guys. Okay, I'm not doing some new trading service. Okay, I'm just simply doing my videos in a live format. All right, it's less taxing on me, and it's more enjoyable for you guys. And I don't need money, okay, from YouTube, all right, or any of these streams. I have dividends. I live off dividends of my own. Okay, but since I'm providing a more personalized service here, which is fun but takes more time, I'm going to be charging for premium lessons and access to my fire portfolio. Now I'm changing it from live portfolio to fire portfolio. Okay. All right. So let's look at look. My performance value shows one thing here, okay? You can zoom in. Yes, thank you, positively. All right, so if you can't see my screen, just zoom in, but we're up 6.83% for the year, all right, whereas the S&P is up 5.2. Even the NASDAQ, we're beating the NASDAQ 6.2% there. Look at Warren Buffett's portfolio. His portfolio is up, what is that, 11% in 1 year. We were up 4%. What was it last year? We beat the S&P. That's all that I know. Maybe it was 26, 23. I forget, but you can review my past videos. So we're beating Warren Buffett's portfolio, okay? And I'm sure you all want to know what I'm doing right now. Any thoughts on SVOL? No, not right now. I have bigger fish to fry, Ray Day. Um, SVOL doesn't have a big enough dividend for me, and it's 100% maintenance, which if you need help understanding maintenance, that's in my volume 3 e-guide. This is for all people who are watching this video who are not members. All right, I'm sure you're dying to see what I'm doing in the portfolio today, but honestly, as you can see, we're down 2.9% and the market's down 2.3. Okay, if you look above, it's down 2.3%. We're down 2.9. Okay, so we're right in line with the indexes. All right, I'm down 14,000, but I don't mind. That's exactly in line with the indexes. When I saw today's down day, I was really happy because I looked at all my holdings and I saw that it was all in line with the indexes once again. So I'm using 150,000 of margin debt. This purchasing power that you see here, $1 million roughly in purchasing power. I'm just using a fraction of that. Okay. Yeah, I'll keep the free content coming, Adriana. It's just going to be in the form of like more theory related videos, and then my private videos will be for lessons and of course my portfolio, and I'll take you through my portfolio. I think that's where the real value is in my portfolio. Okay, well, in my service, it's my portfolio. Okay, I'm outperforming the market 6.83%. Okay, zoom in if you can't see that, and it's beating Warren Buffett's portfolio. And today I'm just going to discuss how I'm doing that, okay, with you guys. And we have 5 minutes, and you'd probably like to see what I'm doing into the close, but honestly, I'm not doing anything. Okay, there's nothing to do into this close because the market has had a huge run. Okay, so let's go look at a chart of the S&P, and you'll see that it's overbought. Okay, and so I'm not doing any major buying today. Look, we're at the all-time highs in the S&P, and we're coming off over bought levels, as I was just saying. You can see here on the chart, RSI. Yes, we made a pullback to 60, and we're touching the 20-day moving average, which is the orange line here. This looks positive. Okay, I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I do want to do some buying there. So one thing I can do is just go check out uh, something that one of my members just said. Okay, stock ETF. I'm gonna go to the buy section here. IWMY. Okay, Russell 2000 and small caps were down today, but IWI I just do 500 because my position is around 50,000 in that. So I just simply buy 15, $500 buy preview place. IWMY is 50% maintenance. Beware of that. So I just bought $500 of IWMY. Okay, CRF. I'm looking to also add to that because close-in funds look cheap to me still. They're trying to play catch up. So Cornerstone, $500 there. I did some trimming last week. I took risk off into going into the weekend. So this is completely expected. If you saw my past video, you saw again. I trimmed Fangu. I trimmed so many names, YMAX, and now you can see my debt's around 150,000. Okay, 151 now. I just added to it, and my dividends of 200,000 will pay this back in less than a year, and I'll be left with all these dividend-paying assets to myself that pay monthly cash flow for life. Okay, and that's how I live the fire lifestyle. Um, yeah, I will. Okay, did E-Trade disable reinvestment for Yieldmax? I'm not sure. I don't drip anything except Cornerstone because Cornerstone has a special drip, drips at 21% dividend down at the NAV. Okay, and that's why I have most of my money in Cornerstone. It's a 4-star fund. Again, this is for all new viewers at this channel. And so I just bought some Cornerstone 4-star fund, but you have to play that right. That's in my volume 4 e-guide. And that's what Discord was started for. Okay, we have almost 1,000 members in Discord, and we started that for the rights offering service in Cornerstone. Okay, so it's not really to follow my portfolio Discord. It was intended again for the rights offering announcements in Cornerstone. And today Cornerstone's holding up pretty well. Okay, it's up 1.58%. CLM's it's down 1.5. CLM down 1.6, and the indexes are down 2%. Okay, so uh, the Cornerstone funds are still beating the indexes today. All right, we're down 1.9, and again, that's pretty much in line with the indexes. But that's unusual to see when I have 150,000 of leverage. Okay, when you have this much leverage, you would think I'm getting killed on a day like today, but I'm not. Okay, because I'm in safe indexed based names. All right, Cornerstone is the safest index play. Defiance, they're also outperforming. If we go to a chart of, let's say QQQY, you'll see Defiance is once again most likely outperforming. Let me just double check here. 1.3. So it's beating the NASDAQ, okay, and it's giving you that huge dividend. All right, so we're outperforming, and I'm collecting these dividends, paying my bills all through E-Trade. It's all automated on E-Trade. My E-Trade credit card allows me to go wherever I want in the world. NVIDIA, no, I'm not buying that, Citizen. I just buy NVDY. Why? Is there an opportunity in NVDY? Let's see. NVDY. Um, let's see, has this pulled back enough? Not at all, not in my opinion. Okay, and that's stock specific. I can't get excited on stock specific names because that's too much risk. That's why I'm outperforming today because I'm in the indexes. Okay, and again, Cornerstone is the biggest index play I have because it's 30% maintenance. Yeah, Adriana, 25% maintenance on Robinhood is excellent. They just don't have the special drip for Cornerstone. But yeah, I agree. That's where you can really level up your account. Use one brokerage with Fidelity and E-Trade and use your other brokerage at Robinhood or IBKR, and you get lower maintenance there. And that's how you live the fire lifestyle. That's why my available withdrawal is still so high, even with using margin debt. Okay, you can see that my available withdrawal is still over 205,000. And again, this is because I use low maintenance names, which Robinhood accomplishes. You just don't have that special drip for Cornerstone. Yeah, of course, Ray. I love all you guys. Again, you're like my extended family. I'm telling you. Starting to like Defiance more than Yieldmax. I know, Mark. That's why I'm going half Cornerstone, half Defiance because I was all in on Cornerstone, and that's the market close, guys. So that's okay. It's I also place trades after hours. It's not like all the action is done here. So yeah, Defiance has been holding up really well. Let's see how our performance ended for the day. Down 1.9, and again the indexes were down 1.8. The Nasdaq. I'm trying to be in between the Nasdaq and the S&P, and so we've been adding a little bit of leverage at the highs here, and that's why my performance has struggled a little bit. That's why I'm not. I was outperforming earlier today, but if we go through the portfolio, all right, we'll see that. Um, First of all, what had the biggest down days? It looks like Fangu, uh, Square, and I'm trying to go fast on purpose. Okay, 50% we made in our short options. That's nothing. I'm waiting for a bigger down day. Uh, and so TNA are small caps. This is what got us today, and that's why IWMY was down. IWM was down, so IWMY followed suit, and so did TNA, and that's how I get my extra performance and these $1,000 in premiums to lower my margin, and then I invest for higher yield elsewhere. Okay. Um, yeah, YMAX and YMAG. See, Richard, I still have YMAX and YMAG, but uh, I still keep some stocks as well though because they have bigger dividends than the funds. You just have to keep small amounts of the stocks, Richard, because they can move big. Just like in Warren Buffett's case. Okay, look, he has uh, three of his stocks, three of his top holdings in his portfolio are most of his portfolio. Apple is 40% of Warren Buffett's portfolio. Then you have Bank of America at around 10%, which I bought yesterday. That was in my video yesterday. And then you have things like Chevron and Coca-Cola. And if you go to a chart of Apple, you'll see that it kind of struggled, and that's why he might have had a bad year last year, Warren Buffett. But also Chevron, CVX. I mean, this has been down with the rest of energy. So he's been suffering in this position, and he has so much in CVX. Okay, Apple, once again, that's been kind of struggling, but I think that that's just a matter of time before it goes higher. I mean, if Warren Buffett's in Apple, then you know it's something special. Okay, 40% of his portfolio is in Apple, 10% of Apple is in the indexes. If you go to SPY up here, Apple, you see 7% in the S&P, and in the NASDAQ, it's around 10%. Okay, so Apple and Microsoft, you have to have a large amount of. NVIDIA, you can go, a little higher with 3%. If you can't see these numbers, just zoom in. I'm gonna also stream at a much better, uh, 1080p or whatever. I'm gonna get that going. Don't worry. The video quality and the sound quality will be better after this video. So Chevron's not in the top 10 holdings, and Apple is, but Coca-Cola is another big holding of Warren Buffett's, but Coca-Cola doesn't grow, okay? Coca-Cola is a slow mover, and that's more defensive. And Chevron is also underrepresented in the indexes because Chevron is an energy play, and we know energy are small amounts of the indexes. Okay, so that's why I think Warren Buffett could. Um, I'm not going to say he could do better. He has different reasons for being in the stocks that he's in because he has special rights. He gets certain, preferred stock benefits and things like that. So I understand why he's in these, but for me to outperform, I can't do that. And I want to live the fire lifestyle. Okay. When you're living the fire lifestyle, you need qualifying income. His stocks don't provide qualifying income. My dividends do. So I'm teaching you guys how to break the matrix. And I think that that's a really good value. Okay. I mean, I'm not just showing you my trades live. I'm teaching you how to live free, financially free. Okay. And all you have to do is follow my portfolio for 10 a month. And I think that that's a really good value. You get my phone number when you buy my e-guides. You get free access to the Discord chat room for life when you buy my e-guides. You get my portfolio recap channel for free on Discord. If you bought my e-guides and you have Discord, then you have that recap channel there for you. And all YouTube subscribers, I don't know why you don't want to use this new live format of mine. I mean, you're getting to talk to me. I can respond to you right here in real time. You're seeing my portfolio and how I deal with things into the close. I did a little nibbling. Okay, I'm not doing any selling. I never panic because my dividends pay back all my losses. So I've just been really sad, guys, in the last few days. I thought when I started this new service, it's not a live service. It's just we're calling it Todd's Fire Portfolio, so you don't mistake it with trading. I thought you guys were going to be happy with this because I'm leaving the old format where I edit all my videos out and then I capture the feeling after the video is over, so you guys lose that feeling. We can't keep our finger on the pulse with the old setup. Plus, on Discord, you can't upload your videos to Discord. You cannot stream in Discord. You have to use an outside streaming software. So this is the only place to go, YouTube Live, and it's safer. There's no spam here. This is protected. And again, you're getting my portfolio. So I was going to do free content with just theory-based stuff like today's Warren Buffett, video, and then I'm going to do, exclusively private portfolio videos. That's where my value is. So sign up below this video. There's a little join button. Sign up if you want to follow my portfolio. If not, I'll still give you this content just like I was giving you content every couple of days on YouTube. It's just going to be delayed like the other videos, and they take a lot more time to make for me. Yes, good. I'm glad you're happy, Fever Dog. I mean, I'm happy too. I hate all the editing on YouTube. Okay, I hate. It's like they pay me $15 per video. I mean, come on. I make what I make in dividends. If I really am the man that I say that I am, and you think I am that man who's living financially free on 200K in dividends, how can I just be making videos every day for $15? Okay, so and as far as the e-guides go, I mean, I don't want to make videos to sell e-guides because now I'm in a sales, excuse me. Now I'm in a glorified sales job. I don't want to do sales. Okay. Yes, positive. I'm really glad you joined. Thank you, Positive. I appreciate that. I don't see why everyone can't join my service and follow along. I mean, you're getting the views, okay? You're getting live views of my portfolio. Okay, let's see how Cornerstone closed really fast just to see, the little bounce there. Okay, we had a nice little bounce into the close for Cornerstone. That's always nice to see for our top holding. Okay, but um, I hope you guys like the service and sign up. Okay, because this is going to be for life. It's like having me on call for $10 a month. You have me on call whenever something goes wrong in the market, anything like that. You have me on call, and I'm teaching you how to fish for a lifetime and make tons of money. $10 is like nothing to ask for. Even for my e-guides, what I charge in the bundle, those are extreme values. Okay, so Anyway, I think I'm off my rant now. All right, I'm off. I'm done with the rant. And I just showed you how I'm beating Warren Buffett's portfolio. Okay, I use Cornerstone and I time that around its rights offering. That's how we outperform with Cornerstone. Thank you, Positive. I appreciate that. Um, yeah, Redfish, swapping Tesla for those could be a decent idea because Tesla has a similar yield right now as YMAG. If it's around 40% YMAG, similar yield, same maintenance, but much more diversification with YMAG. And that's what I did. I reduced my Tesla position and bought more YMAG since Tesla is a larger part of YMAG. All right. Yeah, and if you did hold Tesla this long, you can just sit there and collect the dividends and cash flow. That's what I do. I just sit there and let the dividends pay back everything. So, how am I outperforming Warren Buffett's portfolio? What would you charge to follow along Warren Buffett's portfolio? I'm not saying I'm Warren Buffett. I'm just saying that Warren Buffett, I'm outperforming him. When we go to the statistics here, we're outperforming Warren Buffett, the greatest investor of all time, my favorite investor. We're outperforming him. And yeah, I have to jump in on the 10. You're doing some great ideas. Thank you, Richard. Yes. I mean, I have more ideas than this. There's so much more I want to share with you, but I can't do it in a long form video where I edit everything and then the videos go too long and people click out. Thank you, Chris. Thank you very much. That's very generous of you. Um, I, I, I can't just keep doing the other way. I have so much more I want to say, not just investment related, but Bible related. I was talking to some clients today on the phone, and they suggested that. Thank you, stock investor. Yes, can you add me? I will add you to the Discord member group. Yes, absolutely. Um, so like I was advised to talk more about how I'm getting my success through things that I glean in the Bible. Okay, if you guys are interested in what I uh, and how I use the Bible to have more success in my life, whether it's with money, friends, family. I'm a very spiritual person, and God is principle, truth, and spirit in the book of John. And all I'm doing is following principle and truth. And the highest truth to investing is Cornerstone because it's a 4-star fund. I mean, how can I go against that? Okay, it's a 4-star fund. And so that's the highest principle of investing I can find. You buy the indexes because you cannot beat the indexes over time. 90% of fund managers can't beat that. So I'm just going with facts. Okay, but Cornerstone, it takes some finessing. You have to time it around its rights offering, and everything that I do in investing is very fact driven, and it's all God. I'm putting God first because that's who is in me, uh, and God is principle, and I'm operating on the highest principle and the highest truth possible. Okay. Um, did y'all know in Ephesians it says the devil wrestles with principality, not flesh and blood? So this is all a war in your minds, especially with trading, guys. Okay, when you're trading, this is all an emotional game, and you have to stick with the truth, and that's dividends, and highest rated funds and lowest maintenance names, and margin's not that scary. You're not going to blow up when the market's down big. You're not going to blow up just because you have margin. I think, yeah, yes, thank you, Faith. Thank you. Thank you, Nalo. I appreciate you too. I do. Yeah, this is the way that I really get ahead is sticking to the facts and sticking to the principles. And so anyway, if you want me to do separate videos like on Sundays, I'll make those open. Maybe we could talk about yeah, right, things that I get from the Bible and how that there's like a blueprint for success in there if you guys are interested. Uh, yes. Yes, there's a lot more light at the end of the tunnel now, positive when you have dividends, it's much more passive and it gives you a lot of hope. Especially when you lose, dividends are going to pay you back. So especially if it's a highly ranked fund and it's tied to the indexes, that's the truth. Okay, you can't beat the indexes. All right, if you guys don't have any more questions, I'm having a really good time. Okay, but if you don't have any more questions, we can get into the Q&A now. If you have a question, let me know. Um, it's 3:12. Okay, I could be doing some buying in the after hours, but I'm not that active of a trader. Okay, when I see opportunities, I take them. We're only down 2% today. Okay, we need to wait for a much bigger pullback. Okay, if you go to a chart of the S&P, you'll see that yes, it's pulled back to the 20 on the RSI. We saw that already. Let's go look at the Nasdaq now. QQQ. Get an overall breadth check. That's BREADTH. Okay. Thank you, Faith. I hope you do, and I look forward to seeing you more. Okay, QQQ. All right, we go to this chart. We see how does it look here? Does it look overextended? Okay, and to me, it's probably going to look very similar to the S&P, but we're right on that 20-day moving average. If you guys can zoom in, you'll see we're right on that orange line. If you need help understanding charts, it's in my volume 2 e-guide. If you have too much margin on and the market crashes, wouldn't you have to take a job at Wendy's? KB, someone said that to me when I was in Europe, when I was traveling with my family in Europe. They say, "Are you at McDonald's yet? Are you working the drive-through yet?" And I have a video. It's called "To the Haters." Check out my Cornerstone video. It's called "To the Haters." You know, I'm beating the market with dividends, not growth stocks. Okay, and I also beat the market during 2022. I outperformed during that bear market because Cornerstone drips the dividends down at the NAV, so I'm always dollar cost averaging at the bottoms. Do I sell covered calls at all? Yes, I sell covered calls, but mainly puts because covered calls take up your equity. Okay, you have to own the stock to sell a covered call, and then now you're in risk because when the market falls, you have to fall by the position of that covered call that you own. Okay, and the premiums of that covered call don't really make up for your losses. So I sell puts, so I get a lower cost basis. Covered calls, you're just at the mercy of the market because you're fully invested on that. Um, let's see. Do you sell covered? I'm thinking there's going to be more of a pullback. I do too, Richard. I mean, look, we've barely tagged. We've barely scratched the surface. I mean, we could hold on this 20-day moving average, okay, and we could go higher. But let's also look at the VIX, okay. Hey, Casey. Oh, I see this thing getting better and better. Yes, I'm trying. I'm really trying, Casey. Thank you for that. Thank you for those kind words. I like you to explain things better live. Yeah, exactly, Mike. Okay. Digital E-Trade does the special drip for Cornerstone. That's correct. Yes, it does. Fidelity also does the special drip for Cornerstone. Why not have more in YMAX? Because YMAX has risky names. It has AIYY. It has MRNY. So they're riskier, and I don't like that kind of beta. And so also let's do a check of the VIX. Okay, so before I get excited on that NASDAQ, okay, the old support is 375 here in August. Okay, 375. So we have to pull back from 428 to 375. Okay, what is that? 428 to 375. That is 428 to 375. That is 12%. Okay, to get back to old highs. So we need a significant pullback. I don't think we're going to get a 12% correction, but we could see a little pullback to 400, which is a whole price number, a whole share price number. Cornerstone is a two-star fund, Conrad. I don't know. I don't think so. Cornerstone shows here a four-star fund. Okay. Also, both of them were 4 and 5 star, Conrad, but the ratings change over time. Okay, so these ratings fluctuate, but look at the historical average of Cornerstone. It's one of the highest rated funds out there, and it is the largest closed-end fund out there. Maybe it's the second largest now, but it is one of the best assets I've ever found to generate income. So, and to level up your wealth. I try to get my margin rate down on Fidelity, but you said you need to have a couple hundred grand for them to reduce the rate. Is that your experience, Project? No, I've had friends who have had 50,000 negotiate their rates down. I've had friends who had $4,000 negotiate their rates down, but they traded a lot, so that was a key component to the negotiation process. Let's go to the VIX now, okay? Whenever things are going bad in the market, you always go to the VIX, okay? You look at the indexes, the S&P, the NASDAQ, and the VIX. And we had a huge spike. Look at that, guys, okay? This is actually quite interesting. We finally got a big VIX spike, okay? This is when you want to buy SVOL, SVOL. All right, you want to do it at the pops, when the VIX pops, okay? Thoughts on SVOL, Denali? Yes. I mean, typically what they say to do on Seeking Alpha is to sell the pops on SVOL, and that way you eliminate erosion. Okay, so SVOL, this could be a time to look into that, but for me, again, it's 100% maintenance. But the VIX, when it gets to 20, that's when I'll look to definitely do some buying. You want to usually the historical level for the VIX is 40, around 30 to 40. Would you be making and replicating the strategies Yieldmax uses? What do you mean by that IBC outdoors? Please clarify. Now, I do know how Yieldmax does put options. I know how they short. I have some clients who invest with them, and they share with me how Yieldmax manages their money, so I get a good scoop on that. Okay, so as you can see, this 190 that you saw here, 190, okay, that I was down. So that's without margin. Okay, and with margin, you see I'm down 2.46. So this is gonna eat into my performance tomorrow. And so if you when you go to performance, so you're gonna have to calculate this back in. You say um, 6.8 minus 2.4, so we'll be at 4.8, 4.4% ish, and the Nasdaq will be around the same as the Nasdaq tomorrow. So you have to look at both statistics, this 1.9 and your complete view page, if you want to see your account with and without margin. Let's see, Project Wood. Project X, sorry if you've covered these. NVIDIA or NFLY, yeah, I own a small amount because they're very volatile. The best thing they have for this weekend will do. You think Yieldmax and Defiance will cash flow for 5+ years? Well, as long as the underlyings are moving, okay, T, then I think that they should because they just make their money off of premiums. Okay, Tesla uh, was one of the worst stocks of the year this year in Yieldmax. But if we go to a chart of Tesla, you'll see that, well, first of all, I think Tesla's just digesting its move that it had. Okay, it had a huge move after its bottom from 100 last year in 2023. So it's just digesting. I think Tesla's doing just fine. It's a large part of the indexes. And as long as the volatility is high in Tesla, then the premium should stay high for option selling. And therefore, it should cash flow in 5 years. As long as they do a reverse split, which Yieldmax said they would do a reverse split. Redfish. Hey, Red, it's always good to see you, Red. I love our emails. You teach me a lot. Here's a question for you. What would you do with 350,000? I'm thinking of buying IWMY, QQQI. I already have enough Cornerstone. Yes, I want to buy more Defiance funds too, okay? And I've been telling everyone this who calls me, okay? Um, look, I always say to go equal weight in your funds, okay? Just to see what works best. And then when you see what's working best, you can scale up in it. Now, to me, Defiance is working better than everything else, and I'm waiting for a down market to prove that it won't work. But every down market we've had, October, the beginning of this year, and then today, I found that Defiance funds keep holding up. They keep outperforming. So yeah, I'm with you, Red. I want to go half Cornerstone, half Defiance because closed-end funds can have a mind of their own, as you know. So I'm thinking about doing more Defiance too, Red, but I'm buying selectively because the market's still at the highs. Okay, no matter what we're doing, you saw the VIX pop. Okay, and once again, that's really good to see. Okay, the VIX popping like this. I mean, it's been a while since we've had some fear in the marketplace, and so being back at 20, that's a good sign. But the market itself is still overextended. Let's go to the Dow Jones. That's the other major index, Dow Jones, just to get an idea of how value stocks are doing. And they're on a tear as well. So that's because financials and stuff like that are up. We had a break of the 20 on the Dow today. Hey, Anthony. Yeah, I've been reinvesting the dividends in Yieldmax Defiance. When do you start taking the cash instead of the drip? Um, so for Yield Max and Defiance, I always take the cash. I never drip those because they don't have an advantage of dripping. With Cornerstone, I drip, and then lately I've been selling half of my Cornerstone dividends to pay down my margin. So if I make 5,000 in Cornerstone, I'll sell 2,500 of those dividends, Anthony, and then I'll buy 2,500, maybe just 2,000 of Defiance funds, and that way I lower my margin, raise my equity, raise my available withdrawal, raise my income, and manage some risk because I'm playing with less dollars on a single leverage index. Uh, yes, positive. I'm glad you agree with the Defiance funds I think you're talking about. And so, yeah, that's how I play Cornerstone drips, Anthony. I sell half of it right now. Well, right now Cornerstone's so cheap, I really don't like selling any more of the drips. I'm trying to pile in for that NAV to grow that dividend at NAV factor. But Cornerstone, I'm selling half and putting it in Defiance, and that way I keep my income the same. I actually grow my income, lower my margin, raise my available withdrawal, and they're both single leverage. Defiance uses no leverage, and Cornerstone uses no leverage, so they're both like looking at the index as one for one. And I go into Defiance to manage risk because Defiance goes sideways, and it's like putting your money in a bond or a checking account. Okay, and at the highs. And then when we go lower, I could sell from Defiance and then buy more Yield Max and YMAG and stuff because they have similar yields, and you can buy those risk bearing assets at the lows and sell Defiance at the highs. So I use those. It's like, using triple leverage U Pro, and you buy it at the bottom, and at the top you put your money in the bonds, into bonds, and then when the market falls, you're collecting the income from the bonds, and you don't fall as bad because bonds are considered conservative. But now we know bonds can fall if interest rates rise. We don't want to be in bonds for security when today we had an inflation scare. So I'd rather be in Defiance, and the indexes, they fell less than the actual indexes, and then sell from those. You're going to lose a lot of income when you sell Defiance, but then you buy back more of the Yieldmax funds near the lows. Okay, that's how I'm playing those. Anthony, great question, Anthony. Always love to see you, Anthony. I hope you're doing well. Um, Positive. The cover call on shares you own was good when I use it on my own shares. Why not buy a fund that does it for you? Right, right. I agree with that. Yeah, the professionals can do it a lot better than I can. That's for sure. Uh, hey, guy, would CRF work for Canadians? Look, I want to address this for all Canadians. Okay, Cornerstone works. I don't care what any other channel on YouTube says. Cornerstone works because even when I was investing in Cornerstone in 2021, I didn't know how to use the drip, guy. Okay, I did not know how to use the special drip for Cornerstone. I was scared to use it. Honestly, I thought it was just something people said that was fancy. Okay, and so I didn't even use it. I just used the dividends to pay down my margin, and I still outperformed in 2021. I got 100% gain in Cornerstone that year because the premiums went up to 50% plus, and we had the 21% dividend. So without the drip, it still works, guy. And then you level up your account with the rights offering. You get to sell before the rights offering, avoid all the pain, and then reload in those shares after the rights offering, and you can buy almost twice as many shares afterward. That's how you really level up your wealth. Okay, that's how I really grew my account. Okay, and I also have another way that I'm growing my account, using loans. And I was talking about that with a client today. I'm going to share some of those ideas with you in the next few videos. Okay, KB. Jay said the best way to play wise and defiance is to drip it all, drip them all. Wouldn't it make sense to drip those 100% and spend and just spend and live on margin? Okay, here's the problem with that, KB. I've heard that argument with yield max funds. Okay, I get that response from them all the time. I think they're talking about people who just want to buy yield max, live on those dividends, and then just say, forget it, just set it and forget it. But you can't do that because you're going to erode your capital. Now, if something like Coney goes up and up and up, well, then you're not going to erode your capital. You're going to do just fine. So I think that there's partly an incentive for him to want you to drip everything. You keep all your money under one roof with Yieldmax. I mean, come on. I mean, let's face it. There's an incentive there to reinvest those dividends. But I think that you should reinvest not in each one automatically. You should drip manually when you see advantages elsewhere, opportunities elsewhere, and that's what they do. But except they will drip into other yield max funds. I will drip into Defiance and Cornerstone and drip into much safer funds rather than dripping into stocks where when the market's falling, you're just snowballing downward because you're dripping into stocks that can fall by 10% in a given day instead of indexes. Okay, Project X. If you have Fidelity and you have Cornerstone, you don't have to call them for the drip at net. It does it automatically. I called and they have no idea what I was talking about, and I tested it last month, and it works, right? Project, yes. This is a very rare, this is like a hidden gem. Okay, this knowledge of Cornerstone and drip dividend investing, no one knows. Not even the brokers know themselves. So you have to ask management if they don't know. Okay, KB, yeah, we just addressed that. So I hope that answered your question, KB. I drip, but not just Yieldmax stocks. I take my Yieldmax dividends and drip them into other funds, not stock specific funds. I manage my risk that way. Retire on dividends. Just wanted to stop in and say hi. I'm enjoying your live videos. Yes, thank you, Retire. I hope you guys are liking this. Okay, I appreciate you stopping by, Retire. Redfish. Todd, I talked to Fidelity today and ask them about Defiance drip. It appears you'll get some kind of discount when you drip based on DTC. Interesting, Red. We're gonna definitely have to look into that. Okay, you get a discount when you drip with Defiance. Okay, great information, Red. That's why I started this channel, and that's why I talk to you, Red, in my emails. I spent a lot of time talking with you, even though you're not a paid member, right? And that's why I respect you so much because you give me so much information. Other than that, I have to talk with so many people, and it takes so much of my time. So that's why I charge for my e-guides, and that's why I charge for this live service. Okay, this I'm having a great time, but I mean, we're it's already 3:30, and I've forgotten about the time, but that's because I'm doing what I love. Okay, uh, project, yes, it works. All right, nice. Thanks for clarifying that, Project X. I'm just gonna call you X, Project. Okay, Anthony, awesome. Thank you for the insight. What do you think about the dividend percent will be for YMAG and YMAX? I heard YMAG will be around 40. I'm not sure about YMAX. I'm sure that would be much higher, but it's much riskier at the same time. Yeah, Project, you need to learn more about Defiance. Definitely. I'm surprised more people don't know about Defiance, okay? Um, I got an email about uh, thank you, Chris. Thanks for all. Yes, yeah, helping you replace your jobs. Exactly. I mean, these dividends, they, I mean, they act as qualifying income to banks, so you get to replace your job with that. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much for that tip. Um, yeah, 30 to 50%. What do you mean, Project X? Allocations, or maintenance, Also, you can negotiate your maintenance down if you guys are ever wondering that. I mean, that's another great thing about margin, okay? The drip, okay. Right, right, right. Yeah. Oh, right, right. I know I need to learn more about that drip too, for Defiance. So, this has been really awesome. I was gonna end the live like 20 minutes ago, but I just love talking with you guys. Right, this is like so much more fun than typing into the comment section on YouTube, ruining my eyes and just never spending time with my family. When I was in Europe recently with my family, I wish I could show you TJ. He's running around here somewhere. I didn't even get a chance to spend any time with him. Okay, I was in the Discord chat room just typing everything about the Cornerstone bottom and putting in charts and sending charts every second of the way. All right, and that was so hard. Now I can just stream everything. Okay, thoughts on QQQI? Okay, QQQ like a SPYI, but QQQI. Let's see. Yeah, another Neos fund. Right. Okay, this could be interesting. Okay, 5% extended hours. I don't believe that. Yeah, this one. I think that's a great suggestion. Who wrote that? Conrad. Thank you, Conrad. Uh, Hey, Jag. Yes, yes. You made it. Okay. See, I'm not trading. I'm just talking about theory and overall general market um, talk. Okay. This is, this is not a live trading service. I remember we were talking in the Discord chat room. I appreciate you guys helping me figure out what my value was. Okay. I was thinking, can I not articulate my value properly, or do I not have any value? Okay. I was like, do I not have any value? I'm like, well, I don't know. I'm teaching them how to fish, break the matrix. I'm beating the market. I'm beating Warren Buffett's portfolio. I've been doing it for many years, and I'm not being cocky, okay? It's just like I've been investing for 20 years, and I finally started my YouTube channel because for years I've been used to beating the market. Every day my friends will say, "Hey, look at what I made today," and I'll send them back what I made, and I make much more than them with dividends, and they're trading all these exciting stocks and doing options, and I'm still killing them because I'm using a lot of margin and then I'm just doing safe dividends. And so I think there's a value to that. But the bigger values are when the markets are up or down, or like in a big down day today. Like how do I handle it? And today you saw it's just no emotions because these are all dividends, and all I did was add into the close. I added at the beginning and I added into the close. Conrad, I really appreciate you bringing up QQQR. I'll do a video on that soon, comparing it to SPYI. Okay, so yeah, I hope you like this video, guys. Any more questions before I go? I'm gonna do another video for you guys. I'm gonna do again live videos and like public live videos and private. The private will be more focused on my portfolio. I'll go more in depth on the portfolio. I showed you some of my portfolio today. I wasn't really trying to do that. I was gonna just stick with performance level stuff, charts. I was gonna show you Warren Buffett stuff. I was gonna click around and just give you guys value. But I was gonna try to hold my portfolio off for Discord members and for my paying Fire portfolio members. Okay, Fire is financially independent, retire early. Living on high yield. What percent allocation are you keeping your Defiance funds at? Well, that's the $1 million question right now. And to answer your question, I can only say, living on high yield, that I'm trying to go half Cornerstone, half Defiance at some point, depending on how good Defiance does. Jeff, Ymax would be 30. Okay, thanks, Jeff. Wow, I mean, I would have thought Ymax would have been higher than Ymax. So, I mean, I have to go with YMAG then because YMAG has more quality in there, in my opinion. Oh, okay, will be 40. Okay, not 30. Okay, all right. That sounds a little bit more realistic. So Ymax will be 40. What about Ymag? All right, can you clarify what Ymag and Ymax will be? Conrad, do you own non-dividend stocks? Amazon, Tesla? No, I don't. Okay, I own stocks, but not necessarily non-dividend stocks because I don't like I like dividends to pay down my debt. Okay, Jeff. Okay, 40%. Right, right. Just if you could clarify, um, Ymax is 40 and Ymag. What's Ymag going to be if you knew the answer to that? I appreciate it, Jeff. And Jeff, I always appreciate our conversations. When you call me, Jeff, I listen and we talk for hours sometimes. And that's an example of a client who I talk to all the time, and he just brings great information to me. He doesn't know why I'm at. Okay, all right. Well, in the Discord chat room, guys, if we've been talking about uh, the yield for YMAG, uh, Jeff doesn't know, but YMAX is 30. Okay, YMAX is about the same though. Thank you, Project X. Okay, all right. So about 40 for each. All right, but to answer your question about the stocks, I mean, Bank of America, I bought some of that yesterday because Warren Buffett has 10% of his portfolio in Bank of America. And if you look at a chart of Bank of America, it's bouncing on the 50-day moving average, and it's cheap. It has 100% upside in it. Look, 32 tag of the 50, and then on a max chart, you can see it's consolidating above all the moving averages, and it was at 50, so it has approximately 100% upside in it. Okay, so I've been buying YMAG, and Bank of America, I'm sorry, and I can sell puts on Bank of America because it has a low share price. It doesn't have a lot of risk. It doesn't have a lot of assignment risk. All right, so that's how I get stock specific ownership. Okay, Conrad, is I buy stocks that have dividend. Bank of America has about a 3% dividend, and I use it to complement with my Yieldmax JPMO. Okay, JPMO. I took a nice gain in that, by the way, and I sold it, and I just bought both back. Um, Bank of America will complement the performance for JPMO. I don't want to leave you guys. Okay, I love this stuff. I don't want to leave. Jag, how will the election year affect your portfolio decisions? Okay, I hope you guys know that elections never bother me at all. Anytime you have election years, that's when gridlock is coming in, and you should celebrate the gridlock and buy all dips. Anytime there's a dip ever in the market, you buy it. Okay, I can just give you the secret now. Okay, you just buy the indexes and there's nothing to worry about. Okay, if the market really crashed and never came back, we'd have much bigger problems than stock markets and money. Okay, we were living in a bartering system. So whenever the market goes down, you just buy it, hand over fist. Don't ask questions. Um, but buy in positions, buy small at the top, and then really scale in as you go lower. Okay. Okay. All right. Well, since I've been doing this for uh, 45 to 50 minutes, I'm gonna go ahead and shut it down. If you have any more questions, I'll take them right now. Buy the dip, Jack. Exactly. Don't let your emotions scare you. Okay. Everything is a blessing in disguise if you know how to look at it. Okay, are red days scary days, or are they opportunities? To see more green in the future. So, all right, guys. Yep, it was fun. Okay, I had a pleasure. If you need more help doing what I'm doing, email me for my e-guides at akintai40@gmail.com. When you buy my e-guides, you get free access to the Discord chat room for life. Okay, there's an incredible value there, and you get my number for life up until 1,000 members is reached in Discord. Okay, and if you have any questions, you can always email me. All right, and you can join my not live portfolio service, but my fire portfolio service. Okay, you can hit the join button below. I'll link the sign up page in the description below. Yeah, yes. I hope to catch you on the next one too, Jack. Yeah, I had a great time with all of you. Okay, if you like the video, click like or subscribe, and I'll make sure I got this right. Okay, make sure I got this in there. Okay, scroll over, get this going. Okay, yeah, if you like the video, click like or subscribe, and I'll talk to you soon, guys. Thanks.